Hello everyone, I am back in my home, as you can see, from my vacation. I had a really great time on my trip, and I really appreciate you guys being so patient while I was away. So let's get down to today's video. It's time for another monthly Spotify playlist, a playlist of what Annie was listening to a million months ago.
Hey, I'm Annie, and this is why you should love music.
Here's the deal. I got way behind on these monthly playlists. I kept making the playlist, but I stopped making videos for them because I forgot about it. So I'm going to start trying to catch up on some of these. So this is from August, even before September. So this is from August, which was forever ago, I realize. But here's a playlist of some of the stuff I was listening to in August. Hopefully I can remember so I can tell you about it. Now, if you have high anxiety and or are easily stressed out at watching people fail at stuff, you should probably not watch this video. Just skip to my next one, come back later, and I'll forgive you. Because here's what we're gonna do. I made a Spotify playlist of everything that I was listening to that month. I narrowed it down to like the 20 top songs I was listening to or something. But I only get 15 seconds to explain to you each song, so I tend to get very frazzled and don't make any sense at all. So if you find that kind of thing comical, you're gonna love this video. If you find that kind of thing stressful, just save yourself the anxiety and skip it now. You've been forewarned. Here we go, Hot August Night. Just as a warning, there's no Neil Diamond on this. I just really liked that name, and I live in the desert, so it felt applicable. Hot August Night, 15 seconds per song. Let's go. Wish me luck. I Want to Go Out by American Authors. This song is more similar to their more recent EP and LP, and I like their earlier album more, but I really relate to this as somebody who struggles with a lot of health issues. I feel very trapped, and I just I want to go out and party, even if it's not necessarily a good idea, and the doctor's like, you should stay in. Next track is Angel by Mondo, Cozmo. I love this song. It's such an interesting and weird perspective. Also, I feel like it's kind of out of time, and the lyrics are very repetitive, which might be annoying, but I feel like this does it in a very meditative and introspective way. And also, I feel like it takes you through a musical evolution that's really awesome. Run It Up by Postmodern. This song is so freaking weird, but I love it. The chorus of it just drew me in, mostly the melodic epicness of it, and it's so weird that it can get away with anything. It's weird birds, okay. We're talking about basketball, okay. Are you crying while you're rapping? That's fine. Next track is Savage by Lights. You guys know I'm obsessed with this. This was the song that sold me on the album. I love Lights so much, but also this song I feel like is one of my very favorite from the track. Josh Dunn drums on it. It's freaking awesome. Also, there's a Savage guitar lick, which I'm obsessed with. What Would I Change It To by Avicii. I love Avicii. As an electronic artist, you really have to understand acoustic sound properties, and that's something that Tim really, really excels at, and the song is a perfectly beautiful example of that. I also really love it lyrically. Oh, okay. What About Us by Pink. I was not a huge fan of Beautiful Trauma, and I don't tend to like overly poppy music, but I do love Alicia Moore as an artist, and I feel like she never gets enough respect as a songwriter, and I feel like she has a lot of broad diversity that people don't really see because of her persona. Miles by Phillips. This song feels like home to me as a guitarist. It just intrinsically makes sense. Phillips is another artist where his first album did really well and his second album didn't, although I'm super in love with his second album, but this one is kind of maybe in between those two albums, and I really like it a lot. When the End Comes by Andrew Belle. Andrew Belle is an American singer-songwriter, but this track in particular feels like a very large, big scope. It's kind of a zoomed out perspective. When the end comes, where will I be when the end comes? And it's really, really interesting. I also feel like it's more of an alternative, maybe electronic than singer-songwriter. Who We Are by Welshly Arms. I'm so obsessed with this. I discovered this band in August. Their legendary EP is legendary. I feel like even just since then, they've had a lot of television appearances, and I'm so happy for them. I hope that they get really huge and epic and amazing because they deserve it, and they... Clean Up by Junior Jr. I love Junior Jr. so much. This is probably not my favorite track of theirs, but what I really, really love about that duo is just their severe and profound honesty. And they're not perfect, but they don't claim to be. They always learn and grow and explore, and intellectually their songs are very satisfying. You Can't Control It by Jack Johnson. Love that dude. He probably influenced a lot of my early guitar career. I really am drawn to his beachside vibes. He's a Hawaiian native, and I feel like I was living in California when I started getting interested in guitar, so I was just very naturally... Stand Up For Something by Andra Day. I really love Andra Day. I haven't followed her career as closely, but I really love her strength and kind of the soul-inspired power ballads. In this track, I feel like it was for a soundtrack, I don't know, but I really, really like it. It's really important to stand up for what you believe in. Spirit Cold by Tall Heights. One of the viewers recommended this to me, and my jaw hit the floor, and I don't think I've picked it up since then. This is by far my favorite track of theirs, although they do have some really interesting stuff. But this song is just so layered and deeply intellectually, emotionally epic. Crystalline by Jome. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. This is a duo from like the LA area. I feel like, although it feels like some of the Icelandic alternative indie vibes, Crystalline might be one of their favorite. They're releasing a bunch of different singles. I don't know if they're planning to. We Find Love by Daniel Cesar. He's a Canadian artist. I really love it. He's very R&B soul inspired. He's kind of different though. And this song maybe is a little bit sad about like an ill-fated love, but I really like kind of the softness which he approaches it, but he still has a lot of grit and I really love it. At the Heart by National Parks. This band and this song is probably more on the folk side of alternative, kind of like Heartland feel, but I was apparently into it in August. I don't know why, maybe I was feeling the desert vibes. But this track is actually on a full-length LP that they released after the fact. Monsters by Brother Sundance. I had not heard of him before. This might be my favorite one from this EP. There's two. Anyway, I really love the song. It's kind of a good Halloween one, but it's about feeling like you're a monster but wanting to be a better person, which I think is really Separate by PVRIS. You guys already know this song. All we know of heaven, all we need of hell. I think I probably said that album name wrong, but I really love how this explores interpersonal and intrapersonal connections and separations. And I feel like intellectually, it's really amazing and important track. Magdalena by Brandon Flowers. This is a really old song. I was apparently missing my sister in August because this is like one of her like jams. Also, Brandon Flowers has a really amazing and poetic way of exploring storytelling, and I really appreciate the pilgrimage story that he tells in this. I feel like it's very interesting. Compromise by Molly Kate Kestner. She's a singer-songwriter, but this song is more equivalent, I would say, to White Flag by Joseph. This reminds me a lot of that. It's kind of a very like big cowboy alternative ethereal, I'm gonna do what I want and you can't tell me not to. That was my playlist for August. Sorry, it's been a really long time since I made that playlist, and so I probably forgot and failed epically. But I'm back, and I'm going to start trying to get into the swing of things and responding to all of your comments and messages. And I love you a lot, and I hope you're having a fantastic day and listening to fantastic music. And I will see you sometime next week. Well, I won't see you, but you will see me sometime next week, unless you choose not to, which is also a totally valid decision. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. Goodbye. My August playlist. Track number 1. Waiting for the beep. I wonder if the timer is actually not set. The timer is not set. We're going to try it again.